Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Konadra here. Welcome back to the Mindcrack server for the 82nd time, I think. Do you agree, sheep? I hope the sheep agrees. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a good holiday week, if you are stateside, I suppose. And if you're not, well, I hope you had a good week anyway. Or maybe you just survived the holiday week. I'm frequently a little bit scroogey about the holiday season, mostly because of, well, the 10 years of retail influence. And it's just, yeah, I don't have usually a whole bunch to be excited about for the holiday season. I spend pretty much the same amount of time with my family, whether it's holiday season or not. I've never been one that's like, you know, the holidays are the time to spend time with family. No, all the time's the time to spend time with family. I don't never really fallen into that logic, but mostly it's the people around you. It's the people in society that get all grumpy. Even though it sounds like I'm grumpy, they're the people who get stressed out about things and the materialistic side of things, and everything gets real weird out in the world. So not usually my favorite time of the year. I said that I was going to spend as little time out in public as possible from Thanksgiving on, and then I completely failed at that and spent, I think I went out somewhere, not for like shopping or things like that, but I went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So completely failed at that, and was then treated to the wonderful road ragey people of the world. But beyond that, I also did some work here on the Mindcrack server to try and like calm myself down a little bit at one point, and actually finished this stairway, finished the connection from the cone abode out here to where the farm is going to be. And today we have to answer a very important question, something that I don't know the answer to. Can you enchant a hoe? What kind of enchantments do hoes have? Is there actually benefits? All of these questions and more I'm hoping to answer today. And yeah, let's take a look at how this ended up. I think the entrance is good. I tried to do something that tied into the look of the house, and I think I did that. And then as we go inside, it's pretty much as the other side was. That means that we can continue the names too. Every time I pass through here, go ahead and put a new name in there, and we'll say thanks to ZK. Thanks, ZK, for all of your support, for making series like this possible. But yeah, I also ended up with some brain mush this weekend. I think because I had to kind of step away from things a little bit. That gave me downtime, and downtime is bad time for me right now. I came to the realization that I have not missed a day of recording. I've not missed a day posting video in months, really. Basically, since I got back from PAX West, I have not missed a day of posting videos. And that's pretty unusual because, I mean, I do have some physical restrictions that keep me from recording or streaming or such too aggressively. And of course I have been, you know, putting in additional effort into the Twitch stuff and doing longer streams there, and of course, you know, the partnership thing, and a lot of effort went into accomplishing that. So I was really surprised that I managed to also be so frequent with videos. Hey, Lord Puffins. Ooh, the double puffin today. Double puffin day. But I think it's because, at least partially, it's my strategy. It may seem like this isn't true because so much of what I talk about in this series is quote-unquote meta, or about me, or about my life, or about adventures through life. Doing this is usually my key distraction or technique to keep me from obsessing over the real life details. If I wasn't doing this, my brain would be in downtime mode more often, and when my brain is in downtime mode, that's when the really not great thoughts seep into my brain. And I was getting some of that over the weekend. Quite a bit, actually. Hello, XP. Weird. Somebody must have killed a mob there, I guess, and left the XP. Who knows? But yeah, I was getting a bunch of that, and obviously I hopped onto this server to keep myself from going there, but also I escaped. I went for some drives. I just got out of the house and went to the garage and was organizing things. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do a garage stream last weekend as much as I wanted to. Some stuff did not come in, but some stuff has come in now, and I can return to doing that. But yeah, in general, I was just desperate to kind of get away over the weekend. Just unfortunate that it happened to be, oh, is unbreaking the only thing you can get on a hoe? Huh, today I learned. Well, I think I want unbreaking 3 on my hoe, so I'm gonna go over to the XP farm. Yeah, that was generally, for me, the weekend was get away. I'm so ready to be out of that mode, and I'm partially worried that I'm never gonna be out of that mode. It feels like it's been so long that I've felt this way, like that I can't allow myself to have downtime, that I can't allow myself to talk to myself. that I worry that maybe that's just how it's always gonna be now. I hope that's not the case, and I hope that you all get to experience that changeover someday. As much as I see people sometimes lament the fact that their favorite content creators change, or there's a change in them and things aren't the same as they were, a lot of times I feel like maybe you should be happier about that, or almost excited about that, because a lot of times when you see change in people, maybe not always, maybe sometimes the change is for the worse, but I think a lot of the times you're seeing a change in people just because they are evolving as people, and maybe it's changed for the better, maybe it's not, but I think the ability to see change in people is something that should be accepted and almost, I want to say, rewarded. What's the word? Celebrated a little bit. And this conversation kind of got started because Justin was streaming over the weekend, and he was feeling pretty meta himself. A lot of interesting conversations were happening there to do with, what am I hearing? Oh, somebody must have been using this farm recently. Can I just soak up this XP that's on the ground then? Do I even need to go use the thing? There's not that much down here. We'll go use it. Swords fallen into lava. Somebody must have been here pretty recently. But yeah, he was talking about things and how I feel like he feels similar ways about not allowing his brain to have downtime and such, because that's when the brain does weird things. But also how he almost just wants to erase like the YouTube chapter of his life, and how some of that is because of the person that he was then is not the person that he is now, and also the fact that it wasn't the thing that ended up working for him. Do I have a sword? Let me make sure I have a sword on me. It wasn't the thing that, obviously Twitch was the thing in the, somebody left this on, didn't they? Who done it? Left is on. No, it's not on. It's on. Okay, it's on now. I feel like there's angry pigmen around here though. I think we're good. yeah, you know, the YouTube thing didn't end up being the thing that worked out for him. It was the Twitch thing. But he said he wished that the YouTube thing had worked out, which honestly kind of surprised me. I kind of was under the impression that he maybe... Is this thing working? I feel like this thing isn't working. Oh, I haven't made anybody mad. I guess I was thrown off because there was already XP getting flung at me. Okay, now we'll make somebody mad. There we go. Now it'll work. That's funny. There we go. Now is XP gonna get flung? I actually feel like this is not working. There it goes. There it goes. Everything's fine. Everything's nominal. But yeah, you know, his feeling towards YouTube and such, and you know, the fact that he thinks pretty negatively about his, you know, YouTube era, and just how YouTube in general went down, got me thinking about some of that kind of stuff as well, and how, you know, a large part of me often thinks about going through and literally deleting years worth of video, because that person is not this person. I realize that pretty poignantly. The person I am now, despite not being perfect, never be perfect, and despite the fact that I'm obviously not, I wouldn't say I'm happy, I'm certainly in a better place now than I was then, and for sure, I'm better at expressing myself now than I was then. And part of me just feels like I wish... Are you mad? Please don't be mad. I wish that people didn't ever have to maybe see that side of me. Maybe I wish that that side could just hide away. Let's get out of here. Hide away forever. But then, you know, I got to thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, the more I didn't want it to be that way. You know, I want to see, personally, I want to see, like, kind of track the differences. Maybe progress isn't the right word, but I want to be able to track, you know, who I was then, who I am now. I think that's why. I think that's equally as important, and you know, it's kind of an interesting part of the YouTube stuff versus the Twitch stuff, where there isn't so much of the archive there. In doing what I do on YouTube, I'm very much so archiving my life. You know, I'm archiving the progress and progression of my own existence. And because I am so open with a lot of that stuff, it sets up a different feeling, a different atmosphere for, you know, that kind of progression stuff versus maybe some of my fears. And I feel like Justin's kind of similar in that way. I almost feel like less so in Kurt. I've always talked about the fact that myself and Kurt lead very different commentary styles and content styles. Although, you know, we're friends and have lots in common, and the kind of stuff that we do has stuff in common, I feel as though our approach to our online personas are very different. Whereas Kurt is certainly more closed off to expressing his, you know, real life emotions and feelings and experiences, and I'm kind of the opposite of that, and extremely open to that stuff. It leads to a different effect there for sure. Either way is, I'm not validating or invalidating either way. It's just kind of the nature of the difference of the two of us. But yeah, it's certainly weird to me that I'm basically... oh wait, that's not right. Unbreaking 3, lovely. I think it also needs a name. This is the extended use hoe. It's true. This is factual. There's no jokes here. This is all factual information. But yeah, it is interesting how I am going to, in the end, have, you know, documented a large chunk of my life, and it's already become quite a large chunk of my life. You know, it's been 5 years or so now, and I can definitely track a lot of the differences, and hopefully there will be a lot of differences to continue to track in the future. I actually want to go over to the farm because I want the other crops, and I don't have any. Yeah, I have room. And certainly got me thinking about the effects of that, and I don't really know how to parse that information as of right now. that is just information to be out there in the world at this juncture. How that affects me in the years to come, we'll see. We will see. I just really hope that sooner rather than later that I will be able to recognize and be able to see that I feel more comfortable. I'm just so very tired of feeling uncomfortable and feeling unsure and unsteady. I don't know what tomorrow will bring ever, it seems. And that's I gotta be honest, kind of a rough way to be. It's a rough existence to have, in my opinion. Do we have any beets over here? I don't know if there is any beets over here. I want some beets, and I know there's another village kind of nearby where I'm building, so I might go on an adventure to try and go find that. Feeling a little adventure today. Hello, orange sheep. How are you? You're very orange. Yeah, I think we'll probably do that. Hello, floating islands. Hello, suffocating squid. Why do you do this, squids? Why do you do this? Whew. Meta Mondays, everybody. Huh, what? What? There's a turtle in here. Where did this turtle come from? I didn't know turtles would... No, this turtle didn't just spawn here. Somebody brought this turtle here, right? That must be the case. Or do turtles just spawn? Well, that's really cool. I had no idea. Are you named? Not named. Huh. How did this turtle get here? Mysteries. Mysteries of the world. Speaking of Meta Mondays, we're also going to do a little bit of a format change here on Mindcrack. Nothing big. And really, it's not even a format change. But for Wednesdays, my dudes, it is going to be myself and Brian collaborating. I talked about this a little bit previously, but I think we've worked something out that we can do a weekly collab project. Because, why did I just do that? I went over here to grab these, not to eat them. I just ate my future crops. Oh, man. But yeah, we're going to do a weekly collab thing in the same vein of he was doing on stream a weekly segment called Shooting the Shit, where he would play PUBG in duo with somebody, and they would have a podcasty topic to talk about. Boy, that looks cool. Sorry, distracted. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because myself and Brian, we share a lot of brain wavelengths, I think. I really do think we think similarly about a lot of things, and then we think conversely about a lot of things, but we have the ability to accept those differences and in that have a lot of fun conversation about those kind of things. We like to debate things, and we like to discuss things, and I think we both really dip into the meta wells pretty often, so that should be fun. I have a project in mind that we're gonna do here on the Mindcrack server, and yeah, looking forward to it. So that'll be our Wednesday episodes moving forward for a little while here. Hopefully that is something that is well received. I think it will be. And yeah, that'll be our Wednesday episodes. Hopefully. I'm hoping. I've been like I said, I have been keeping so very busy, having not missed a video upload in literally months, which is kind of wild actually. I didn't even anticipate it. It just kind of happened. But through nature of wanting to stay busy, it happened. It hasn't been terribly revolutionary for anything on YouTube. In fact, I don't know what the deal is. Things, don't look at analytics on there, because currently things look real bad. I don't know what happened, but yeah, there was some pretty sharp downward turns and all that stuff. And even though maybe I don't want to say that I don't care, I don't focus on that kind of stuff by any means, but I do keep an eye on it, and I do care. I do want to succeed, even if I don't take the steps to succeed. Like, I'm not looking at that stuff to look at what trends are working out or not. I look at that stuff kind of just for the effect of making sure what I'm doing is engaging the audience that I have, and that I'm not wasting my or your time with particular things. So that's why I do care about the stats. There's that village. It wasn't far. I just, yeah, my approach stays the same in that I don't look at these things in hopes to be, you know, staying on top of the latest and the greatest. It's more so just to make sure that I'm doing what everybody enjoys. And for the most part, it's not like there's a mass exodus going on or anything like that. I just noticed. Oh, those must be Beets right there. I just noticed that it seemed like perhaps there was maybe a little bit of a shift, or maybe something happened with YouTube in general where numbers went down pretty significantly. But whatever. The support has not wavered, and I still feel like people are generally... Is it the right way? Or is this the right way? Is it the right way? This is the right way. People are generally still... Oof, that was a big fall. Here for me, and I want to be here for you if you're here for me. So I just keep trudging along. It does make me sad, though, to so constantly hear people talk about YouTube as this dead wasteland, especially amongst my friends. It makes me sad. It makes me sad to think about maybe things are just never ever going to be there here. Maybe this will always continue to be what it is. But I'm perfectly willing to accept the fact that most of that's probably due to me and my approach. I do hear from people on occasion that are like, maybe not, maybe don't share the same approach as me, and they'll offer suggestions on maybe things I could be doing differently to spur growth, or, you know, get more views, get more subs, or things like that. And yeah, I don't typically see eye to eye with those approaches, and it is hard because I know at the end of the day those people just want to see me succeed. It's just hard to explain to some why I don't see things that way, and why I don't take that approach. But on the same subject, and on the same token, you know, some people often will tell me that it's my approach and my commitment to the way that I do things that are the reason that they support and the reason that they're here. So it works both ways, but it is hard to sometimes explain to people. What was I doing? I wanted to sleep. why I do things the way that I do, and why maybe I don't do the things the way that they think that I could. So even though my brain went to mush, the thing that constantly makes me feel better is the fact that whenever I come back to the community that supports me and is surrounding me, and whenever I come back to making video or doing streams, it basically never fails to make me feel better. And that's the constant reassurance that I have that I'm still doing the right thing. And time will tell if it actually was the right thing or not. But as of now, I'm happy to say that doing this is still what makes me happiest. I just hope that sooner or later, hopefully sooner rather than later, the man behind the curtain, the man behind the screen, will be as happy as the thing that I do makes me. Does that make any sense? I hope that I'll be as happy away from this world in the real world. That's what I strive for. That's what I want. But to some degree, what I do here in the internet world is what I view as my, not ticket, but it's my approach. It's my gateway. It's the only thing that I can see to draw the connection, to build something in the real world that makes me as equally happy there as I am here. So I can say things like, thanks, Joshua. Actually, let's do... There we go. Kind of, we got multiple Joshuas on the list here. Yeah. I hope that's the case. And I don't want to make it sound like I owe it to anybody to see that, but I feel like I do at least owe it to myself and owe it to core, community members and friends and supporters and everybody to keep that history, not erase the history. I can't hide where I've come from, because if I do that, it won't be as meaningful if we get somewhere. Does that make sense? Alright, I think Slag's home, so I need to stop recording. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.